Better morning sa mga kapatid ko dito sa Malaysia. Kung nasaan man kayo ngayon, sa Kuala Lumpur ba kayo, sa West Malaysia, dito sa Sabah, sa Sarawak, kung saan man kayo, mga kapatid ko dito sa bayan na ito, I would like to say better morning sa inyong lahat. To all my friends, sa mga Malaysian friends, I would like to say salamat pagi. And of course, ang mga kapatid natin dyan sa Pilipinas, dyan sa mga iba-ibang parte ng mundo, ang mga overseas Filipino workers, nandito na naman po ang programa natin, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. And today, I hope this will be a beautiful, fruitful, beautiful, and memorable day para sa ating lahat po. Today is October 16 na and Thursday. Bukas Friday na po. No? Bukas Friday na. So, sa mga kapatid natin dyan sa Pilipinas, kahapon, yesterday was another salary day, and hope may pera pa kayo ngayon. Dahil cost of living in the Philippines is too high, and marami tayong mga obligasyon. But anyway, don't forget, reserve, be prudent, reserve your money, use your money wisely, and use it para sa pamilya natin. Para sa pamilya natin. So, okay, umpisa na tayo ang programa natin na Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Ano kaya nangyari sa Pilipinas? Mayroon na naman tayo issue dyan tungkol sa ICI. Anong ibig sabihin ng ICI? ICI is the newly created investigation body created by no less than our President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, or BBM, to investigate itong scandal, big scandal dyan po sa Pilipinas regarding itong flood control projects and other infrastructure projects na malaking question mark po by scandal dyan po. Anomalous deals happen dyan po sa Pilipinas. Dyan po sa Pilipinas, and because of this, galit na galit ang mga Pilipino. So, you call it Independent Commission for Infrastructure. Ano ba ang total number of projects nationwide from 2018 yata yon to 25? The total number of projects is 238,000 something projects po, infrastructure projects that include, sabihin natin, ng schools, school buildings, road to farm or farm to market roads, and other mga buildings and held, sabihin natin, held projects, held buildings po, mga hospital and all these things, and including na po ang flood control project, which is a very big issue ngayon dyan po sa Pilipinas. Now, out of the 238, background lang tayo muna, out of the 238,000 plus infrastructure projects during the time of itong administration, Marcos administration, na-identify na po that there are something like 29,800 flood control projects po nationwide sa Pilipinas. And out of the 29,800 flood control projects, they already identified most likely, these are ghost projects. And we still don't know how many projects are substandard po, because of the corruption carried out by our lawmakers. When I say lawmakers, it means carried out or participated by our senators, allegedly, congressmen, and of course, ang officials, government officials, like top officials like directors, engineers, so forth and so on po, sa mga government departments and agency. And as well, involved talaga po ang mga contractors, So, galit na galit po ang mga tao dahil itong anomalya. This is a very big scandal, which, as a result, nahirapan ang mga Filipinos po in many aspects. Pagdating ang bagyo, whenever we experience heavy downpour or even typhoon, what happened to the Filipinos, we suffer because these flood control projects, many of them never been completed. Or maybe in paper, we have a project, but physically we don't have a project. And the worst thing is that the government paid to the contractors itong mga ghost projects. Grabe ano? Grabe ano? But anyway, sige lang. Let's touch, and we have this ICI ongoing investigation po. And what happened yesterday? Yesterday was October 15. There was a hearing. It is a closed door, confidential hearing po. A hearing. But after the hearing, of course, the spokesman of this commission came out and announced, give some statements, brief the media on what transpired during the meeting. Okay, what transpired during the meeting? What transpired during the meeting? One of the contractors who got many projects, infrastructure projects, especially flood control projects, we call them the Diskaya family. Diskaya family. The husband is Curly Diskaya and the wife is Sara Diskaya. Very controversial name ito ngayon po sa Pilipinas. What happened is that they already officially informed that to ICC that they will no longer give their support to the investigation. Now, I will be sharing with you further itong mga information or the reason behind why they decided not to give more information regarding sa scandal na yon, sa mga proyekto. Medyo galit na din sila po. And the other thing is that ICI already confirmed and also announced yesterday that one of the individuals, government officials, failed to turn out again in the hearing. And I'm referring to Department of Public Works Undersecretary Bernardo. So, 3 beses na he did not attend. But the problem is ICC has no contempt power. Against this person or any witness or resource person. Yan ang problema po. Yan ang problema ng ICI. Apart from carrying out itong investigation confidentially, secretly po. In other words, not open to the public, of which the public keep on shouting that we want that this hearing must be an open hearing. Why? Because an open hearing? Because the trust to the government has depleted. Kunti na lang po. Because of this scandal. Now, if you go back to my title, ang title natin po is, totoo ba ang mga sinabi ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta noon? Ang mga advices niya, mga statements niya tungkol itong investigation, tungkol itong scandal. Mamaya, I'm going to share with you, kaya nga, please stay until I finish this today's program, because I'm going to share with you video clips, recorded video clips, which I recorded, and it was taken during previous statements of Senator Dante Marcoleta. Who is Dante Marcoleta? He's a neophyte senator. He just won in the recently concluded May 12th midterm election po. Formerly, he was a congressman, and now he is already one of the 24 senators sa Pilipinas. And he became the chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. But after few hearings, he was replaced by another senator, and that is Senator Ping Lacson. And dyan na po, ngayon, ito na ang problema natin sa investigation. Alright? Okay. So, first and foremost, I would like to share with you po itong video clip about the announcement of ICI. Announcement of ICI, what transpired yesterday dyan po sa confidential, secret, or closed-door hearing ng Independent Commission for Infrastructure. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this.
We had supposed to have former Yusek Bernardo was supposed to appear again before the ICI, but instead his lawyers came and requested for a resetting. The reason behind is that he is supposedly sick. He submitted his medical certificate and it will be moved to next week. Okay. Second, the spouses Vizcaya appeared before the commission, and upon the advice of their counsel, they invoked their right to self-incrimination and manifested that they will no longer cooperate with the investigation being conducted by the ICI. So that would be the two announcements that I am sharing for the media and the public. He said that there was a statement by Commissioner Singson regarding his own personal take, yung sa kanyang opinion na as of now, he sees no witness or no person who may be recommended by the commission as state witness. However, I believe, and I saw the interview, that he qualified that as his own and not by the commission. So because of that, they are now saying that they will no longer appear before the commission and cooperate.
So, you heard it from the spokesperson of the commission, or ICI, and I'm referring to no other than Attorney Brian Hosaka. No? Hosaka po. Every now and then, kung may meeting po, he's the one who will meet the media and brief them on what transpired during every hearing. Hearing po. No? So, yesterday, there was a hearing, and who attended ang Vizcaya couple, and we were looking forward also to hear something, no? To hear something from the Undersecretary, former Undersecretary of the Department of Public Works and Highways, si Undersecretary Bernardo, but apparently for the third time, he did not physically attend the hearing. For reasons, according to Attorney Hosaka, because of medical reasons. So hopefully, by next hearing po, he will attend. Tama na yan siguro, you will not attend, because the more you don't attend, the more ang suspicions ng mga tao na you are really deeply involved dito po sa mga transactions, anomalous transactions of the flood control projects. Diyan po sa Pilipinas. Diyan po sa Pilipinas. Alright? Now, let me share with you itong news article from PhilStar regarding itong desisyon ng Vizcaya that they will no longer cooperate in the ICI probe. ICI probe. Okay, please listen careful po. And then later on, I'm going to give you ang mga previous statements made by Senator Rodante Marcoleta, and kayo na po bahala to comment, to assess, to judge whether may puntos talaga ang mga statements o mga ideas ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta. And I'll give some my personal comments regarding mga statements or what is happening dyan po sa Pilipinas po regarding itong issue. But in the meantime, alright. In the meantime, ito muna po, no? Okay, sandali, ha? Alright, ito muna po. Saan ba ito? Hold on, ha? Okay. Alright. Okay, please bear with me. Okay. With their hope of turning state witness in the flood control corruption scandal dashed, contractor couple, Curly and Sara Diskaya, will no longer cooperate with the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI. Because this couple, may-ari ito ng 9 construction companies in the Philippines. And the name was mentioned by no less than our President, si Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. They are among the 15 contractors given a lot of flood control projects and other infrastructure projects dyan po sa Pilipinas. Parang may favoritism. And they are applying for State Witness Protection Program. State Witness Protection Program. But, hindi natuloy po. No? Hanggang ngayon, ang ICI never issued a statement recommending for the State Witness Protection Program for the Diskaya couple. Po. In fact, they are the ones who divulge informations, names on lawmakers involved in this very big scandal po sa Pilipinas. To the extent mentioned the name of a former Congressman Saldico and of course ang former Speaker ng House of Representatives, si Martin Romualdez. Okay, let's continue with this news article. They invoke the right to self-incrimination and manifested that they will no longer cooperate with the investigation being conducted by ICI. Executive Director Brian Kit Hosaka said yesterday or kahapon po. Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla said the charges may soon be filed against the Diskayas as they were not in a tell-all mood anyway. That was the problem I saw from the very beginning. They don't seem willing to tell everything. They wanted to spare a lot of people and just say only what they choose to. Sabi ni Remulla. He was relating his experience interacting with the couple when he was still the Department of Justice. Osaka said Diskaya had initially agreed to cooperate with the ICI to obtain a favorable recommendation from the Commission as a state witness. The DOJ earlier classified the couple as protected witness. Diskaya's camp, however, had a change of heart in light of an interview given by ICI member Rogelio Singson with broadcaster Karen De Villa, uploaded on Monday, where she asked if the fact-finding body had considered endorsing certain personalities to be placed under the Witness Protection Program. We have not even thought about it because, personally, that's a far shot, Singson said in the first interview since his appointment to the 3-member body last September 16. Yan po, sinabi ni commissioner, member ng ICI, na they are not talking yet about considering anybody being investigated or mga resource persons to be given the State Witness Protection Program. And dahil dyan, because of that, the Diskayas, Curly and Sara decided, kung ganon man, wala kaming assurance, we might shut our mouth. Baka whatever we are going to divulge dito sa ICI, it might use against us during the proper forum or dyan po sa proper forum or during court hearings. And that's the right. Whether you like it or not, that is the right. That is the right. So, now the burden of proof goes to the ICI. If they want to pin down ang Diskayas, they have to look for the right proof, strong proof po, to pin down the Discayas. Sana lang po, kung iba ang sitwasyon, no, mag-cooperate ang Discayas, they will divulge the informations necessary, no, then it will greatly help in the investigation. To the extent na at the end of the day of the investigation, we will know who exactly the people involved in this scandal, in this anomalous dealings po, which involve billions and trillions of pesos. But now, with their decision, medyo malabo po. Medyo malabo. And they said they are not going to attend anymore any ICI hearings unless something will happen. Now, wala na magawa din ang ICI because they don't have any power. No? They don't have any power to contempt. They don't have any power even to file charges against any personalities involved in this investigation. Yon ang problema. Yon ang problema po. Natin dyan po sa Pilipinas. Magulo, ano? Magulo. This is what I say, very confusing. And I think these people, whoever they are, wherever they are, these people involved in these scandalous activities, no? What they want to do now is to confuse the public with their lies. Confusing the public with lies will result to the freedom. The freedom po. At the end of the day, they will not be accountable. And yon ang mahirap. Yon ang mahirap. Galit na ang mga Filipinos. We are shouting, ikulong ang mga corrupt. And we know who are these people already. No? We are just waiting for the official findings of the investigation. We have investigation ang ICI, and at the same time, we also have this investigation being carried out by the Senate, especially itong Blue Ribbon Committee, which now, may problema din sila because acting chairman lang mayroon tayo. No? Acting chairman, and suspended pa po. It will only resume by next month. After ang Hundas, Holy Week, All Saints Day, All Souls Day, recess sa Kongreso po. They will be going back November 10 pa yon po. No? And galit na ang mga tao. Galit na ang mga tao. Alright? So, okay? This time around, let's go to ano sa palagay ninyo? Ano sa palagay ninyo po? Tama ba lahat ang sinasabi o sinabi ni former chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee po, no? Tungkol sa investigasyon. In fact, he was the he was the chairman who wanted to or encourage Discaya to apply for the witness protection program. Dahil dyan po, if he will be under the witness protection program, more information the committee will be able to get from the Discayas. And more people, more names, more people, the committee will be able to really see who are the people. It's not only the small fish, but also they are looking after ang bigger fish. So ngayon, blurred na tayo. Blurred na tayo. So, palagay ninyo po. I'm going to share with you itong mga video recorded. I recorded for all of you po. And kayo na mismo po. You look at the statements of Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Nandito po. To start with tayo, ha? Hindi ito in order, but anyway, sige lang po. Anyway, I'll try to see kung pwede tayo ito. Do it in order. Paano ba ito, ha? First thing first. Okay, let's listen to this first. Let's listen to this.
Pwede nilang ipukul sa akin. Lahat na lang. Sa paghahanap ko ng katotohanan, ayaw ba nila na makita natin yung pinakamalaking isda? Sabi, alam ba lahat ang nakikinig ngayon? Winaldas po lahat ang pera natin, pera ng bayan. Ayaw po ba ninyo na makita natin, matukoy natin kung sino po yung halang kaluluwa? Pinakamalaking isda. Ba't kayo nagagalit sa akin? Samantalang ang gusto ko lang naman tuntunin, malaman natin kung sino may kasalanan dito. Yun. Ang kaya ayabi nila, ako nagtatakip. Hindi po. Yung nagtatakip yung mga binabanggit ko kanina pa. Silang naglilisan kasi nahinto na nga eh.
Alright, yun po ang hindi ito live or recently recorded po. These are the previous statements of Senator Rodante Marcoleta. What he was saying is, tanong siya, ayaw ba natin to know kung sino-sino ang mga parties involved? Sino-sino ang mga big fish? Kaya nga, this is the thing he's doing. And he was talking when he was still the, if I'm not mistaken, chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee. Nakita natin po, with all the capabilities, qualifications of Senator Rodante Marcoleta po, no? Kayang-kaya niya po. Because he's a lawyer, experienced politicians, and one leader natin sa Pilipinas who is really concerned about the welfare and interests of the Filipinos. Especially itong corruption po, is really against. And yun po, ang tutok talaga siya po sa corruption. He wants to know, he wants to make sure that the Filipinos, affected Filipinos, karamihan, marami tayo, that ang mga tao involved dito po, regardless of their position, regardless of their status in the society, regardless of their political affiliation po, they will be brought to justice. They will be brought to justice. And ang mga Filipino will know the truth. Yun po ang direksyon ni Rodante Marcoleta. Marcoleta po. Okay? That's the first video clip that I want to share with you. And kayo na bahala. Kayo na bahala po, no? To assess, to judge whether what I'm saying correct or what Senator Marcoleta intention is right or wrong. Kayo na bahala. Another video clip that I'm going to share with you, this was taken during the program, no? My public service program sila po, si Senator Rodante Marcoleta po, dyan sa Net 25. Recorded ito po. I don't know what date talaga ito nangyari. But anyway, this is not recently recorded po, no? Previous one ito. But anyway, the idea nandito po. So, let's listen to this.
Sinasabing ganyan. Ganun. Baka mayroon pa. Bakit ang dami pang dapat tatawagin? Bakit hindi yun ang unahin? Unang-una, 17 ang binanggit ni Diskaya, ng mga Diskaya. Bakit hindi ilabas? Para pagtatanungin yung 17 congressmen. Di ba? Si Chavit Singson nag-disclose. Ayun po, sa Pilipino. Ay, may patawag din siya, di ba? Oo. Ba't di patawag yun? Martin Romualdez, ilang beses nabanggit na, kinonekta na. Kailangan, ilang taon na ako nang ipatawag. Nagpahayag siya, nabiling daw siya, di ba? Kung talaga ipatatawag. Naglabas ng statement to. Iba yung willing na willing, iba yung naumarap ka doon. Para makita natin kung paano ka sasagot sa mga tanong. Willing sa kaso. Sinabi nung aking predecessor na hindi ko na binabanggit ang pangalan. Dahil yung bagay ng pangalan ko. 67 daw ang congressman na kontraktor. Bakit hindi patawag yun? Ang daming dahilan na dapat ituloy yan at marami kayong dapat na ilabas dyan. Pagtatanungin natin lahat yan. Diba? Ang problema ko, kahit isang pangalan, hindi niya kilala. Saan eh? Okay, nanghirap eh. Puro ganun eh. Puro na lang, kumbaga sa, ang tawag bro? Puro press release. Hindi, pagka may pelikula, may trailer. May trailer. Parang ganun eh. Trailer. 67 congressmen na kontraktor. Tapos hindi naman mo pa. hate speech.
Opo.
Ilan ang contractors na binanggit niya doon? Mahigit na 10.
Oo.
Hindi ba natin tatawagin doon? Hindi ba natin pagtatatawagin? Kasama doon ang SunWest. Ang SunWest, this is the company founded by Saldico. Siya yung pinakamaraming nilatag na mga insertions na binabanggit ni Toby Chango. 13.8 billion, 2 probinsya lang. Hindi mo matatawagin itong mga ito.
Hindi mo lang natanong siya eh.
Yung mismong kumpanya ni Saldico, hindi mo tatawagin. 15 yung sinabi ng presidente, hindi mo lahat tatawagin.
Eh baka ipaubaya na po sa ICI, sir. Kasi mukhang ICI na po ang tumutuntun sa lahat ng ito eh. Di ba? Hindi ko kaya ganun ang direksyon kasi ang Kamara ipinaubaya na sa ICI. Baka naman ganun po ang direksyon ng Senado.
Bakit? Ang legislative department sunod-sunuran sa executive department? Akala ko ba ang ating gobyerno ay binubuo ng 3 dakilang sangay? Ha?
3 dakilang
Judiciary. Legislative.
Yan.
Executive. Ang ICI is a creation of the executive.
Tama po.
Ang legislature, 2 chambers, Kamara at saka Senado. Ang Senado, meron siyang blue ribbon.
Opo.
Kung mo ba nagtatag na ng ICI, Executive Department, hihinto ka na. Bakit? Nakasalig ba ang mandato ng Blue Ribbon Committee sa gagawin ng ICI? Or vice versa? Sagutin mo, Nelson.
Alright, yan po ang statement ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Ako po, personally, I agree with Senator Marcoleta po, no? From the very beginning of the investigation, be it during the time of Senator Rodante Marcoleta, chairman siya ng Blue Ribbon Committee, or even before the creation or start of the investigation, dyan po sa Blue Ribbon Committee or sa Senado po, there was a privileged speech made by no less than Senator Ping Lacson, wherein he mentioned 67, walang ang pangalan, 67 most likely involved itong scandal, involved sa scandal po, no? But after that po, 2 beses si mention, after that, hanggang ngayon po, wala na. Nobody came out and say, we will invite the 67, kung sino man yan, Mr. Senator Ping Lacson. You give us the names and we will call them kasi ngayon, nag-start na tayo ang Blue Ribbon Committee. Dito po sa flood control projects because we want to know. Ito po ang gusto ni Senator Marcoleta. Now, let us also not forget, sabi ni Senator Marcoleta, let us also not forget na the 15 companies who were awarded with millions and billions of flood control projects, infrastructure projects dyan po sa Pilipinas, dapat we call them one by one. Bakit selective lang? Selective lang po. Konti lang po. Not all the 15. Why? See? And sabi ni Senator Marcoleta, itong very specific, ang kompanya mentioned, owns by former Representative Saldico and even Saldico, bakit hindi tumawag and invite him sa hearing? Although it is impossible dahil during that time, the first few hearings of the Blue Ribbon Committee po, wala na sa Pilipinas si Saldico. But masking representatives na lang po. Investigate them also. Ano ba? Dahil because he's a congressman? Hindi na pwede magtawag po? At mention din ang pangalan ni former Speaker Martin Romualdez. Why hanggang ngayon po, wala pa rin. They never ask or summon. Kung si pwede, hindi daw pwede mag-summon because interim parliamentary tradition. But kung gusto mo talaga, yun ang gusto ni Senator Marcoleta. Let these people explain, clarify, clear their names. Kung totoo ba, there's nothing to do in this scandal or mayroon. But it never happened po. It never happened. Yun po ang sentimento ni Marcoleta. Yun po ang sentimento ng mga Filipinos. Hanggang ngayon po. And this is the reason why we see left and right pockets of rallies and organizers are preparing for big rallies po. Like what happened last September 21. Millions attended. And we are coming another rally po. Expected to be a big one tomorrow, October 17 and October 21. And the next one is a more bigger one. Expected lang ito po, no? Depende sa Filipinos, how you are going to react, response to the call to participate in the rally. And that will be on November 30. That will be on November 30. So these are the things. These are the things that we have to really look into it. And do you agree? Ang mga statements, mga ideas ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta. I personally, I'm not a lawyer, I personally look at it po. Logic po is very logic. If we want to get the truth, bring them in. Ang strategy ni Senator Marcoleta, bring in, sabi natin Diskaya couple, put them under whether they can be qualified sa sa state witness protection program or hindi, but let them apply and see kung pwede, and kung pwede po give them that or include them in the program so that they will reveal po. Ngayon po, wala na. After the chairmanship of Senator Ping Lacson, wala na po. Wala na mga pangalan, mga congressman, senator ngayon po, quiet. Now they are diverting the issue po dyan sa ICI, hoping maybe na we will forget itong mga senador ba, mga congressman ba. Ang dami yun, congressman, 17 and more. Bakit po? Never called them. Never called them in the hearing. Hanggang nasarado na lang ang hearing ng TRICOM, ng House of Representatives. Sabi nila, we just leave it to the ICI. And baka, who knows, itong blue ribbon po, mawala din po. Kung mawala yan po, everybody will be blurred. Everybody will just depend on the whatever informations ICC will give to us. Sana huwag yung mangyari. Okay? Sana huwag yung mangyari. Kaya na bahala po. You judge your opinion. That's your own opinion. That is your right po. What I'm trying to share is whatever I know about these things. Okay. I think mayroon pa tayo isang video clip dito po. And also before, noon pa ito. You listen po when Marcoleta during the hearing was asking, or he was explaining during the program, na why he asked that question to BIR, to the Department of Public Works and Highways. Ano ang sagot? What is the best answer to give to the taxpayers or to the Filipinos? Dahil ang mga Filipinos is now asking, Mr. Senator, can you help us? Can you help us? Ang proposal namin, wag muna kami magbayad ang tax namin itong year. Dahil nakita namin, ang mga pera namin, ang taxes namin, goes to itong mga klaseng tao lang. It doesn't go to the right people. And money are not used to protect the welfare interest of every taxpayers sa Pilipinas. Ito po. Let me share with you itong video clip. you listen carefully. And kayo nang bahala. Kayo nang bahala po. Alright? Okay. Nandito po. Let's listen to this.
Buti na lang nandito ka, sabi ko. Paano ko sasagutin ito? Sabi ko sa kanya. Ang sabi nila sa akin, Senator, yan po pala ng aming buwis na binabayad, dyan lang po pala napupunta. Alam po ba ninyo na dugo at pawis, pati sipon po talaga pong sa kagustuhan lang namin makatulong sa gobyerno, talagang kami po'y nagbabayad talaga. No? Dyan lang pala ginagamit ang buwis namin. Pwede po bang ilaban nyo kami? Kahit na itong next year, wag na muna po kami magbayad. Pwede po ba?
Nako.
Oo.
Mabigat po yun. No?
Tapos sabi nung BIR,
Commissioner Lumagi.
tama naman po sila, sir. Sabi niya, hindi ko po sila masisisi. Hindi ko naman ako kinukuha yung opinion mo. Ang sinasabi ko, anong isasagot ko sa kanila? Tulungan mo ako sumagot. Pwede ba wag na silang magbayad next year? Sapagkat nakikita nila kung saan lang napupunta ang buwis na kanilang.
Mabigat po yun.
Ba't di ka ako sumagot?
Babagsak ang gobyerno pag ako nagbagit.
Hindi, ayaw niya sumagot. Wala akong may sasagot. Kaya wala po. O ikaw ka ako, DPWH. Wala rin po. So sabi ko, sige ako nasasagot.
Ayan.
Sabi ko, huwag ninyong gagawin.
Yan. Tama kayo.
Kasi po, pagka ganyan po yung ginawa nyo, lalo po tayong babagsak bilang isang bansa. Ako na po nakikiusap sa inyo. Kaya nga po nandito kami para ayusin natin ito. Usigin natin ang dapat na usigin. Maibalik po yung pera talaga na nawala. Pero huwag po ninyong gagawin. Dahil mas lalo po tayong babagsak bilang isang bansa. Pero talagang tutuusin mo, may katuwiran sila eh.
Ayaw po naman sindi.
Alright, yan po. Narinig natin kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta. It's a recorded one during the program, I think last month na or matagal na ito po, no? And ang idea is still there po, applicable pa rin hanggang ngayon po, no? Because we are talking about itong parang blank wall na po, parang we are hitting a blank wall, itong sabihin natin investigation tungkol sa flood control projects dyan po sa Pilipinas, no? Suspended ang meeting, ang hearing ng Blue Ribbon Committee dahil on recess sila and nahirapan sila makuha ang chairman ng bagong chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee and may mga haka-haka na po, baka hindi na matuloy ang hearing. But so far, ang acting chairman and si Senator Erwin Tulfo already mentioned matuloy yan. And at the same time, sabi naman ni Senate President Tito Sen na matuloy yun. They're just waiting for the return of Senator Erwin Tulfo po kasi recess sila ngayon, on holiday sila ngayon, pagbalik and then they will arrange kung anong or kailan mag-resume ang Blue Ribbon Committee. But we still don't know. Still blank. We still don't know. Pagdating naman sa ICI, itong latest developments na ayaw na mag-cooperate ang Diskaya couple. So, baka same steps itong mga ibang resource person or witnesses po or mga accused po. They are going to say the same thing as what the Diskaya is saying now. We are not going to cooperate because it might indiscriminate them po. No? Self-indiscrimination. Yun ang rason po. So, kung sakali lahat sila, mga contractors, will give this kind of reason, self-indiscrimination, we are going to only open our mouth sa right forum o sa korte naman po, sa korte na, then what will happen? Anong outcome? Anong resulta ng ICI? They have to find proof, evidence po against these people. So sa palagay ninyo po, what will happen? Ako din, blend din ako po. In the event, lahat ito mga tao, sana wag lang. Lahat ito matawag siya, oops, since you are accusing us already, blah, 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 filing charges against us, okay, we are not going to talk. We are not going to open our mouth until we reach sa korte. So what happens to ICI created by BBM? So, slowly, it will die its natural death. So, ibig sabihin, itong mga pangalan ng mastermind, big mastermind natin po, Saldico, Martin Romualdez, alleged lang ito, reported din lang ito po. And mayroon pa mga iba-iba pa, no? They will escape in the event, if in case they are guilty. So, sino natira dyan? Ang mga engineers, mga government officials po, no? Government officials, departments, mga Department of Public Works and Highways, sa COA maybe, sa Custom, or ano-ano na po, no? Pero yun, mga big fish, wala po. Palagay ninyo po. I hope I'm wrong. Sa palagay ninyo po. Sa palagay ninyo po. It's up to you. Kayo na bahala. What I'm trying to do, mga kababayan ko dito po sa Sabah, particularly dito po sa Kota Kinabalu, I will just try to extend whatever news I can extend or give to you po. Araw-araw yan po. Huwag natin kalimutan, i-share natin itong channel ko po sa mga kapatid natin, sa mga loved ones natin, both dito, both dito sa Malaysia, sa Sabah, sa Kota Kinabalu, as well as sa Pilipinas po, no? In case you need some informations or mga latest happenings dyan sa Pilipinas, mayroon tayong channel, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Huwag natin kalimutan, may time pa tayo, bukas pa alas 2 ang rally dyan po sa Pilipinas. They will ano yung rally nila? They will march sa Mendiola, no? Ang mga youth, Gen Z, mga Gen Z po, mga youth, kabataan, no? So let us ask our relatives, friends, and loved ones, mga youth, mga bata, mga estudyante, no? To participate po sa rally bukas dyan sa Pilipinas. It is a peaceful rally. And I hope that itong mga other groups, no, they will not take advantage of this rally by creating chaos po. Just like what happened dyan po sa September 21 rally. Ingat tayo, it's a peaceful rally. It's a peaceful rally. So siguro hanggang dito na lang muna ang programa natin, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Once again, I would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Hanggang next episode po, I'll make sure that I will continue to monitor ang mga activities dyan sa Pilipinas para sa inyong lahat. God bless the Philippines. I love you all. Bye.